on the South today. Police have named the Australian tourist who died last week, drowning trying to rescue a child from waters at Glenorchy. New rock groynes may have stabilised one Dunedin beach, but some residents say it's just shifted the problem. And a new take on ocean racing sees competitors take to the lake in Queenstown in search of a breeze. Kia ora, good evening. I'm Hannah Wilkins. Police have named the Australian visitor who drowned in Lake Whakatipu near Glenorchy last Thursday. 35-year-old Jonathan Jordan Young from New South Wales is believed to have died while swimming out to assist a child stuck in an undertow.
Deceptively calm waters at Glenorchy hide a deadly risk. Flowers on the beach marking the spot where a young tourist drowned, the second fatal incident at the beach this month. On Monday afternoon, police named the deceased as 35-year-old Australian man Jonathan Jordan Young. They believe the man drowned while attempting to assist a young boy in the water. The younger swimmer was rescued, but Young's body was recovered by police divers last Friday. Locals say they're still in shock after the death of Wanaka resident Lincoln Kisling, who drowned here in similar circumstances in mid-January.
It's a horrible tragedy. Obviously recently we've lost the life of one person only just over a week ago.
Locals warn a temperature difference at the Reese River mouth may be making already dangerous currents more unpredictable at the confluence with the lake.
People need to know that there is a strong undertow that is taking people straight down, and under no circumstances should anybody be getting in that river.
The District Council's now put up official warning signs at the trouble spot. Both deaths have been referred to the coroner. In Queenstown, the South today.
Dunedin was taken back more than 100 years over the weekend, with crowds gathering in the Octagon to admire vintage cars in the main street. The annual Dunedin to Brighton Veteran Car Rally saw car enthusiasts showing off their unique and antique collections, some even dressing the part as well.
Sir Julian Smith giving the crowd an old-fashioned honk as he drove his 1912 Ford Model T through the centre of town. The 69th annual Dunedin to Brighton Veteran Car Rally was held on Saturday, showcasing vintage cars made before 1919 as they drove through Dunedin and out to Brighton. As the vehicles made their way through the Octagon, crowds gathered to admire the classic cars and the period costumes of many of the entrants. Some drivers and passengers chose to don drive-in suits and fur coats to suit the era, others choosing a simple cheese cutter hat. This year's run attracted 34 vintage cars, with enthusiasts travelling from as far away as Cambridge to take part in the popular rally. In Dunedin, the South today.
And then on Sunday, Brighton was packed with summer fun seekers as an estimated 12,000 people made their way to the beachside suburb for the annual gala day. Traditional fairground rides proved a big hit with young people at the crowded community event at the Brighton Domain. At one point, traffic was backed up for more than 6 kilometres, car parks overflowing as families made the most of the sunny weather and free entertainment. Organisers were delighted with the turnout, with almost 200 stall holders keeping the crowds entertained and well fed. Although the event was free, gold coin donations were accepted to help support the Brighton Surf Lifesaving Club, which helped organise the day. A $3 million project to protect an Otago Peninsula beach from erosion has created a headache for some homeowners further down the same stretch of coast. 3 rock groynes were constructed on a beach at Harrington Point to hold erosion, but residents say the problem's now shifted south.
A beautiful white sandy beach near Taiaroa Head, restored for locals to enjoy. But just a few minutes south, there's evidence that erosion is accelerating. Port Otago built the 3 rock groynes at Te Raoni last year in an effort to halt the erosion threatening the beach. But local residents living just south of the groynes say now they're feeling the full force of ongoing erosion.
All our banks are falling away. The wave action has changed now, so it's causing devastation, and all our emergency structures that we've had to put in the past are falling down.
Locals are delighted the main beach has been saved, but say they're now relying on Port Otago to come up with a solution to the fresh erosion issues affecting their properties.
So we're waiting on Port Otago to come back. They've already admitted that what they're dredging and the shipping activity has an impact on the coastlines.
Further work could prove costly. One resident's already spent $17,000 on their own emergency rock wall. Port Otago is hoping to replenish the sand using dredging and pumping, but says any further work requires consent from the regional council. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Ocean paddlers from across Australasia hit the water over the weekend in Queenstown for the inaugural Deep South Downwind race. The new event saw competitors swapping the open water for the lake in one of the 8 series races.
Catching the wind in the waves as ocean paddlers take off in the new Deep South Downwind race. The race start location was determined on Saturday based on the wind conditions. Athletes following that wind as they race towards Glenorchy from 12 Mile Delta on surf skis, waka-ama canoes and stand-up paddleboards.
The wind's built up really nicely, everybody seems pretty happy and good spirits, the sun's shining, we've got a beautiful day for it, so everybody's head out on the water now and paddling down towards Glenorchy, hopefully getting some good downwind runs.
Competitors from across New Zealand and Australia signed up for the race, with a spectacular Lake Wakatipu course taking in 25 kilometres of dramatic downwind paddling.
We've had people come from Australia to do this, all over New Zealand, Auckland, Nelson, Christchurch, Wellington. Super cool to have people come from all over the country to come and support this.
The winners made the most of the summer thermal winds on the lake, completing the race in around 2 to 3 hours.
And Toby and I pushed through to the end and sprint finish across the line. So yeah, massive congrats to those boys and had a bloody good race.
Great to paddle in a different place and enjoyed the first couple of Ks, it was a bit of a downwind and then it got pretty fluff, so...
The top finishers also pick up valuable points towards the national Darcy Price NZ Surf Ski Series. In Queenstown, the South Today.
Whai Yakane still to come on the South Today. Wanaka's favourite daughter Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott wins big again overseas, and as a major bike festival gets underway in Queenstown, some riders tackle an extreme bungee challenge on 2 wheels.
Earth is a planet of extremes, extreme places, and extreme animals. But some animals are more extreme than others. Join us as we count down to find the most unusual, the most extraordinary, the most extreme.
Otago. Age Concern Otago hosts a multitude of social activities, including interwalks.
Hi, my name's Matt and I'm the Dines Group CEO. Dines is a company that's focused on selling logistics solutions to its customers. We're passionate about selling efficiency and we've been selling efficiency for over 50 years now.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Just when you thought it was safe to get back on the sofa, my mate John's having a price frenzy! He's taken 19% off sectional lounge, 31% off coffee tables and buffets, 42% off selected clearance items and much, much more! Plus pay it off over 24 months interest-free! My mate John's price frenzy!
Where did you get that furniture from? Stafford Street and my mate John.
passion,
drama,
competition,
rivalry, marketing, numbers,
atmosphere,
power, fight,
attack,
intuition, love, hate, money, cash, millionaires,
fans,
and fans. Oh boy.
Tēnā koe, welcome back. Wanaka snowboarder Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott is riding high after winning the slopestyle World Cup final at the Larks Open in Switzerland. The 21-year-old overcame dangerous weather conditions to beat a lineup of top European talent, cinching the title with a series of huge airs on her first run.
I've been dreaming of winning the Larks Open since I started competing, and yeah, sitting down here was pretty nerve-wracking because Mia's run was so good, and yeah, even watching Anna go down, it could have gone either way, so I put it down in that first run because, yeah.
The slopestyle event combines big jumps, tricks and rails. Sadowski-Sinnott managed to impress the judges with a huge backside 720 air to claim first place ahead of Austrian Anna Gasser. The Kiwi will be back in action this weekend at the invite-only Aspen X Games. The Queenstown Bike Festival got underway over the weekend with a host of mountain bike and e-bike events being staged in the resort town. It's launched with a unique challenge for riders. Stay on your bike as you pedal off a bridge while attached by a rubber bungee cord.
Launching off the Kawaru Bridge bungee is a challenge tackled by thousands each year. Now imagine doing that while also riding a mountain bike. Riders are secured to a giant bungee rope as they race off the narrow ramp and hurdled 43 metres down towards the river. Local crews have been testing out the specially built bike bungee ramp this month at the AJ Hackett attraction.
We're doing freestyle bungee. The guys have set up a ramp off the side of the bridge, attaching themselves to a harness and a bungee cord and put the bike in between there and pedal off and try and do some...
Riders are loving their daring jumps, carrying their bikes back up the hill with huge grins on their faces.
Oh man, the riders are loving it. You know, they real nervous when you watch them start. You know, they're sort of like up there and they're like, oh, I don't know what to do. But as soon as they've done the jump, they sort of come up from the bottom and they're grinning ear to ear, really, so loving it.
Spectators are being treated to a show and a half as riders are overcoming their fears to perform backflips, no-handers and twists while soaring through the air.
Yeah, it was mean, unreal feeling, just the free-falling and yeah, it was sick.
The extreme event was the opening party for the Queenstown Bike Festival, which features 30 different mountain bike events across 10 days. In Queenstown, the South today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South today. Locals are urging care in Glenorchy after police named Australian tourist Jonathan Young as the man who drowned last week. Some Harrington Point residents say Port Otago's new rock groynes are just shifting erosion problems down the beach. And ocean paddlers from around Australasia took to Lake Whakatipu for the inaugural Deep South Downwind race. And now we'll look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT, and we welcome the editor, Barry Stewart. Hello, Barry.
Hello, Hannah.
What can we expect in the paper tomorrow?
Well, New Zealand universities are concerned about the rising threat of AI technology.
Right.
Now, this is an app that allows you to write essays and whatever you put in the information. The app does all the work for you, so it's a concern to academic integrity. And one academic actually says it may force the universities to bring back oral exams. So be interesting to see how that story and that technology develops.
Absolutely.
So another story, a high-ranking Southern District's police officer is under investigation. That's about all I can say at the moment.
Okay.
But more on that perhaps later. And quite a sad story, a welcoming committee planted a tree for every refugee that arrived in Invercargill last year, and I believe the trees were planted in a park. And sadly, they've all been stolen. So
That's disappointing, among other things.
Among other things.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah. So that's a snapshot of
Right.
some of the things we have.
Well, thank you for sharing this evening, Barry.
Okay. Thank you.
And time now for a look at tomorrow's weather.
The South Today weather, proudly brought to you by MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Looking at the situation, a large high-pressure anticyclone will bring fine weather to the region for most of the week. Heading to the top of the South Island. Fine with light winds up here with 24 in Nelson tomorrow, 23 over in the coast for Greymouth, while down in Christchurch expect a partly cloudy day with nor'easterlies and a high of 20 degrees. Travelling to South Canterbury and North Otago. Light easterlies and clear skies around here tomorrow with 21 in Ashburton and Timaru, while Uamaru gets nor'easterlies and 19 degrees. Heading westwards now to the Central Lakes. It's looking lovely and fine with light winds across the board here tomorrow. Heading for a 23-degree day in Wanaka and Queenstown, while Alexandra gets up to 24. Heading further south, well, the great conditions continue through here too, with blue skies and light winds. Expect 21 in Balclutha, 20 over in Gore, and the Catlins gets 18 degrees with a bit of cloud. And down through the deep south. Fine and cool tonight in Invercargill with a low of 5 degrees. Sunny and mild tomorrow with light winds and a high of 19. And Wednesday's looking like a warm one with sunny skies and light nor'easterlies, getting right up to 24 as the high. And finally, heading to Dunedin. Cloudy tonight with a few mist patches and an overnight low of 8. Tuesday should be mostly sunny with light westerlies and a spot of cloud around lunch and up to 18 as the high. Then midweek, expect another warm day with breezy nor'easterlies, the chance of light afternoon showers and a high of 20 degrees. And that's the news this Monday. For the latest news and videos from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz. And you can follow Channel 39 on YouTube to catch our news bulletins on demand. We'll see you again tomorrow. Ka kite ya pōpō.
Public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.